Good day, Dr. Top. We are from Group C, and today we'll be talking about how would you conduct an early study on the clean beauty trend among millennial consumers in Malaysia. This is the list of members from Group C.
Beauty emerged in the early 2010 as a consumer-driven response to concerns about the safety of synthetic cosmetic ingredients. Its growth was accelerated by the regulatory gap, particularly the less strict cosmetic regulation in the US compared to Europe. The movement expanded through early brands such as Beauty Counter, supported by the specialty retailer, and the strong influence of the social media. At the same time, increasing the awareness of the potential harmful chemical, including paraben and phthalate, encourage consumers to seek safer alternatives. Overall, clean beauty refers to the products formulated without potential harmful ingredients, emphasizing non-toxic and naturally derived ingredients, cruelty-free and vegan practice, transparent ingredient labeling, and environmental sustainability. Millennials represent a major and influential consumer group in Malaysia. This group show a high level of concern for health, sustainability, ethical value, and ingredient transparency, making them particularly relevant to the clean beauty market. They are also highly exposed to the clean beauty marketing due to their strong reliance on the social media and influencer for beauty-related information. However, the lack of a standardized definition of the clean beauty often leads to confusion and misleading claims. In Malaysia, these issues are further sharpened by the halal compliance and regulatory consideration. Therefore, studying Malaysian millennials help identify knowledge gap and perception patterns, supporting better consumer education, industry accountability, and clearer regulation.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicole, so I will be continuing on the problem statement. So firstly, I will explain the background of the problem. In recent years, the clean beauty movement has grown rapidly, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. This growth is mainly driven by increasing consumer awareness regarding personal health, environmental sustainability, and animal welfare. However, despite its popularity, one major issue is that clean beauty does not have an official or government-regulated definition, so this allowed brands, retailers, and influencers to interpret and promote it inconsistently. Clean beauty is often associated with concepts such as natural, organic, vegan, and eco-friendly, which can confuse the consumers and lead to misleading marketing claims regarding product safety and sustainability. So when looking specifically at Malaysia, the issue becomes more complex. Malaysian consumers not only consider product safety and sustainability, but also additional factors such as halal compliance and environmental impact. However, despite the growing interest in clean beauty products, there is still limited scientific research that examines how Malaysian millennials perceive and respond to clean beauty claims. This shows a clear research gap, especially considering that millennials are one of the most active consumer groups in the beauty industry. Moving to the study rationale, it is important to understand the millennial consumers as they represent a major segment of the cosmetic market, and their purchasing decisions are increasingly influenced by health awareness, ethical values, and environmental sustainability. Next, there is unclear standards in clean beauty. The absence of the standardized definition and regulation causes consumers to rely heavily on the branding, product labels, and marketing claims, which may not always reflect true product safety and sustainability. So an exploratory study is necessary to establish baseline insights into Malaysian millennials' perception of clean beauty and the factors influencing their purchasing decisions. The finding of this study can support future academic research, guide marketing strategy, enhance consumer education, and contribute to the development of clearer regulation within the Malaysian cosmetic industry. Our research objective is to explore Malaysian millennial consumers' understanding and interpretation of the clean beauty concept, to identify the key attributes and values that Malaysian millennials associate with clean beauty products, to examine the factors influencing Malaysian millennials' purchasing decisions regarding clean beauty products, including the role of labels, branding, and packaging. We also aim to provide baseline data that can support future research on clean beauty consumption in Malaysia.
Next, we will look into the literature review. The first topic is on trends in clean beauty and green cosmetic products. Research interest in green cosmetics has increased significantly after 2019, reflecting academic and business interest in green product consumption. The current consumer is more concerned and aware of the composition of cosmetics before buying the products. So, they seek to avoid harmful chemical substances in cosmetics, leading to a high demand for green products. In Asia, China represents the largest market for natural products, while in Germany, these products already represent 10% of the market. From the report Global Natural and Organic Personal Care Products Industry by Ecovia Intelligence, the estimated global sales for natural and organic personal care will be 12 billion USD on the year between 2021 and 2026. Next, we will look into the trends of clean beauty in Malaysia. The number of Malaysian consumers who shift to natural and organic skincare options is growing over the years. The shift in preference has increased the demand for products formulated with cruelty-free and organic ingredients. In 2024, revenue from the natural cosmetics market in Malaysia amounted to 51.48 million USD. The market is expected to grow at an annual rate of 2.42%. Besides that, the principles of Sustainable Development Goals, or known as SDGs, implemented by the Malaysian government have greatly encouraged consumers to shift towards environmentally friendly products. After that, we will discuss on the second topic, which is millennials' buying behavior and factors that influence their buying decision. Millennials are a generation that was born between the years 1980s to 2000s. Millennials account for 170 billion USD in purchases each year, making them a powerful buying group in today's consumer market. As millennials grew up in a technology environment, they tend to be influenced by the internet and social media platforms, making digital marketing an essential tool for engaging this generation. Based on statistics, 39% of millennials post reviews of products online, 60% would try products suggested by a YouTuber, and 69% of millennials have indicated the feelings of fear of missing out or FOMO. Besides that, the price of the product showed significant positive effect on the purchase intention, indicating that affordability is a critical consideration for millennials. Also, trust and prior experience show strong and significant predictors of purchase intention.
Hello everyone, my name is Jihan and I will talk about the key factors in selection of clean beauty products in my literature review. Safety and health consciousness is one of the key factors, as safety is one of the primary drivers, especially following COVID-19 period, which emphasize on consumer awareness regarding skin health. One example is long-term wearing masks will cause irritation on the skin, which promotes the demand from the customer for safe, smoothing and moisturizing product. During production of clean beauty product, monitoring for the metal is also highlighted due to increased population allergies cases with metal. And this paper also notes that keywords such as safe for sensitive skin, gentle, and protects were some of the most important focuses for skin care product according to consumer. Next key factor is brand authenticity and social proof. Branding in the market is not just portraying the logo of the company, but also showing the unique identity of the company itself. It is important to differentiate the company from other competitors. It is also important in building trust and credibility of the company, which can help to increase and attract new customer. And branding also influences the customer perception and thoughts. This will further influence their decision when purchasing items. This study surveyed the relationship between customer loyalty and brand image benefit in Malaysian cosmetic products. It shows that having a strong brand image in Malaysia's cosmetic sector has a positive relationship with consumer loyalty and customer satisfaction. The next key factor is selection of halal certified products. Malaysia is a multiracial and ethnic country, and according to Demographic Statistics Malaysia, Malays contribute to 58.2% of the total population in Malaysia. This proves that huge potential cosmetic market in Malaysia population. And one article also notes that there's an increase in perception by Muslim customers on halal certified cosmetic products. This may be due to increase of education level that will lead to increase in halal understanding, specifically in cosmetics. Next, one survey conducted in 2018 towards Malay students shows that halal certification of the beauty products and cosmetics is one of the important factors that they will prefer to use them. The last key factor in selection of clean beauty is sourcing of the beauty products, specifically in natural and also sustainable products. According to a survey and research by Alex Partner in 2019, women in millennial age are the heaviest buyer of the colored cosmetic. All natural, pronounceable ingredients is one attribute that ranked high in the first place for the millennials, followed by sustainable source, detailed and transparent labeling, and free-form claims. Millennials is also willing to pay more for the beauty products as they will pay an average of 18% more for the products as compared to Gen X, which is an average of 30%. Based on systematic review of the paper, it shows that there's an increase in number of publication of papers related to sustainability in the cosmetic sector. The consumer is one of the components that contribute to the sustainability as they are more aware of green products and due to increase in environmental and ethical consideration. Consumers also consider future generation when making decisions in buying sustainable cosmetic products. And that's all for my part. Thank you.
A sequential mixed method approach was employed to conduct an early study on the clean beauty trend among millennial consumers in Malaysia. There are two phases in this method. Since the concept of clean beauty can be defined in various ways, a qualitative approach was employed in phase 1 to explore consumers' awareness, beliefs, and values regarding to clean beauty. This approach also allowed for in-depth understanding of the underlying motivations, perceptions, and decision-making processes that influence consumers' purchasing and usage of the personal care products, providing rich insight into consumers' behavior within this emerging market. In phase 2, a quantitative approach was employed to build on the findings from phase 1 by examining the key factors and assessing their influence on purchasing and usage behaviors of the clean beauty products among Malaysian millennial consumers. So how were qualitative and quantitative approaches implemented? In phase 1, a qualitative approach was implemented through interviews to explore consumers' perceptions of the clean beauty trend. During this session, several open-ended questions were posed to encourage participants to express their views and experience in their own words. Close-ended questions were not used, as the aim was to capture participants' personal definitions and perceptions of the clean beauty, so open-ended questions will be more helpful in this phase. Next, in phase 2, a cross-sectional study was conducted to collect data from different samples of the target populations. Survey items in phase 2 will be based on the findings from the previous phase. Cross-sectional studies is both time and cost efficient as it provides a snapshot at a particular time point. It does not track changes of the consumer's perceptions and behavior over time, but it offers data at the moment the research was conducted. Moving on to the inclusion and exclusion criteria of this study. So in this study, we included participants who are Malaysian citizens and belongs to the millennial age group, which is between 26 and 44 years old. They need to have some prior awareness of, experience with, or interest in the beauty or skincare products, and be able to understand and respond in either English or Malay. Only those who gave their informed consent will be included in this study. Individuals who do not fulfill the inclusion criteria should be excluded. Other than that, individuals with the cognitive impairment, participants who work professionally in the beauty or skincare industry, or who involved in other relevant research will also be excluded to avoid any bias from their prior knowledge in this area. The samples involved in phase 1 and phase 2 are different, but both are selected from the target population. In phase 1, the criterion sampling method, which is a type of purposive sampling method, was employed. This method is straightforward, as only individuals who meet the inclusion criteria will be included in the study, and the small sample size will be sufficient for this phase. In phase 2, a stratified sampling method, which is a type of probability sampling method, was employed to select a larger sample as compared to phase 1. The selected participants were divided into the subgroups based on their age, genders, and race. This approach makes it possible to examine differences in perception and purchasing behaviors among these subgroups, providing more meaningful results for the study. As highlighted in the previous slide, a small sample size is sufficient for phase 1. So in this study, 10 to 20 participants were selected to express their views and experiences regarding clean beauty trend in phase 1. Since a larger sample size was required for phase 2, the sample size can be calculated using the following formula. This ensures that the study has sufficient power to detect meaningful relationship and produce reliable, generalizable results.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I will continue with the data collection method. For phase 1, which is the qualitative study involving interviewing millennials using an open-ended interview guide, it is estimated to take 25 to 30 minutes per session and consent from each participant to be taken using printed forms. Participants can choose to relieve themselves whenever they want from the study. Each session will be recorded with consent and transcribed for thematic content. Study will be available in both English and Bahasa Melayu. For Phase 2, which is a quantitative study involving online survey using Google Form being available in both English and BM, human ethics approval from JPAM will be obtained before conducting the survey. It is estimated to take 10 to 15 minutes to fill up the form, and consent to be obtained via the same form as well. Screening for age and residency verification of participants will be done to ensure good data quality. The questionnaire for Phase 1 consists of 4 sections. Section 1 is about the demographic information of the participants. Section 2 is the understanding on the clean beauty by asking about the definition, perception, and trust on those products. Section 3 is key attributes and values to assess the features and its importance in their lifestyle. Section 4 is the influencing factors on purchasing clean beauty products. Phase 2 also consists of 4 sections. Section 1 is demographic information. Section 2 is attributes and values. Section 3 is influencing factors. Section 4 is purchasing decisions and behavioral intentions, which looks at the willingness to spend on the clean beauty, who they trust for advice, and their future plans to switch these products and recommend them to others. Thank you.
Our expected outcome is baseline insights into how Malaysian millennial consumers define and perceive the concept of clean beauty, identification of the key attributes and values that Malaysian millennials associate with clean beauty product, improved understanding of the main factors influencing Malaysian millennials' purchasing decisions related to clean beauty products, including branding, labels, and packaging cues, foundational data to support future academic research on clean beauty consumption among millennial consumers in Malaysia.
Now let's have a look at the factors affecting clean beauty adoption in Malaysia. Firstly, we have affordability and value. Price remains the most important factor in decision making, especially among consumers who describe themselves as budget conscious or minimalist. So clean beauty products, as compared to conventional mass-produced cosmetics, are definitely more costly due to the use of ethically sourced natural ingredients, extensive research and development to replace synthetics, complex preservation, and so on. So this higher pricing may be affordable for those in the higher income bracket or from the older generation, but not for the younger generation, which potentially discourages them from purchasing the products. Next, local beauty norms. Studies show that Malaysia consumers tend to favor products that addresses local skin concerns such as brightening, acne control, and oil control. Plus, the hot and humid climate in Malaysia further shapes these preferences with an increasing demand in lightweight, mattifying, non-greasy, gel-like texture formulations as compared to heavy creams and lotions. Malaysian consumers often prefer products that are formulated specifically for Asian skin types, viewing them as more effective and suitable compared to Western beauty trends. A study conducted by voters also shows that for a population with sensitive skin, they are more prone to purchase clean beauty and have a more positive attitude towards them compared to those with normal or combination or oily skin. For sensitive skin population, clean beauty is seen more as a personalized approach, signaling that the brand understands them and caters to their skin needs. Next, ingredient transparency. As awareness of cosmetic ingredients increases, skincare enthusiasts, especially millennials, are becoming more attentive to the labels, ingredients, and also the free from claims, such as free from fragrance and free from parabens, before making a choice. To them, skincare isn't just about results and efficacy, but also about transparency and trust. Access to information through social media, dermatologists, skincare communities, and also online ingredient analysis platforms such as Insight-Decoder, which is endorsed by the US Personal Care Products Council, has empowered consumers to know better about their skincare and cosmetics. Brands that openly disclose the formulation, safety, and testing of their products are more likely to gain consumer trust and encourage informed purchase decisions. Lastly, halal and ethical considerations. The halal cosmetics market has transcended into a powerhouse not just in Malaysia, but far beyond Muslim majority regions, as a guarantee of safety and sustainability. This is due to its more stringent quality assurance, such as ensuring each step, from product manufacturing to storage, transportation, and even sale, to be meticulously clean and free from contamination by najis, which refers to filth or impurity. Many Malaysian consumers associate clean beauty with the Islamic concept of halalan thayyiban, which emphasizes not only permissibility, but also wholesomeness, safety, and ethical production. As a result, Brands that align its clean beauty principles with halal, ethical, and socially responsible practices are more likely to appeal to Malaysian consumers and foster long-term loyalty.
Hello everyone, my name is Isma and I will continue presenting on the recommendation for improving study designs and barrier phase. One of the key recommendations to improve study designs is to enhance sampling representativeness and reduce bias selection. Even though online survey is cost-effective and suitable for millennials, it may overly present urban, highly educated and digitally active respondents, where rural and lower-income groups may be underrepresented. Previous methodological research shows that reliance on online sampling may limit the external validity and generalizability of the findings. To address this barrier, future studies could use hybrid recruitment strategy by combining online survey with offline data collection. Besides, quota control sampling can be applied based on the region, income, ethnicity to reflect Malaysia's diverse population. Next is to improve response rate and participant engagement. Response rate and participant engagement are the common barriers in survey-based studies. Online surveys that distributed through social media often suffers from low completion rates due to time constraint, fatigue, and lack of interest in answering the questionnaire. Research shows that long and repetitive questionnaires significantly reduce the response rate and the quality. To overcome this problem, future studies should shorten the questionnaires with clear and simple wording. Additionally, providing small incentives such as e-voucher can help to attract respondents to answering the questionnaire. Another important recommendation is to address language and comprehension barriers among respondents. Difference in educational background may affect understanding of technical terms such as toxic ingredients, certification levels, or eco-friendly. Studies indicated that poor question comprehension may lead to inaccurate response and increased measurement errors. This barrier can be reduced by using non-technical, easy-to-understand language, include brief explanation or examples for key terms, and conduct pilot testing to ensure the clarity and reliability of the questionnaires. Lastly is to understand the cultural and religious complexity. Cultural and religious complexity is another common barrier when studying clean beauty perception among Malaysian millennials. Clean beauty is often interpreted alongside halal concept in Malaysia, which emphasize not only the safety of the ingredients, but also religious permissibility, cleanliness, and ethical production. Studies show that halal certification in products strongly influence consumers' trust and intention to purchase the products, since it acts as the marker of quality assurance and safety even for non-Muslim consumers. Misinterpretation of cultural and religious meaning may lead to biased response. Therefore, future studies should include culturally sensitive questionnaires that clearly differentiate between clean beauty and halal concepts.
Good day, Doctor. I'm Humaira. For my part, we're going to look into the suggestion for brands and marketers. Firstly, the brands and marketers should redefine the term clean as safe, halal, and effective. In Malaysia, Muslims make up about 63% of the population, highlighting the importance of the products that align with Islamic values. This has driven the rapid growth of the halal cosmetic industry, which reflects a broader global trend toward ethical and responsible consumption. Clean beauty should not only focus on being free of harmful ingredients, but also ensure halal compliance and proven effectiveness. In Malaysia, JAKIM plays a key role by providing halal certification through recognized halal certification bodies. Cosmetic brands that claim to be halal should obtain proper JAKIM certification, and if the product is not halal certified, manufacturers should clearly and transparently state all the ingredients. This slide highlights the difference between the ingredient list transparency and radical ingredient sourcing transparency. Ingredient list transparency identifies the ingredients in the finished product, while radical ingredient sourcing transparency describes each component journey social and environmental effect as well as its origin, cultivation or extraction techniques, and processing stages. All the brands need to be able to answer what is in it, also addresses where it comes from, who made it, and how it was made, with images and videos for marketing. The brands should also state the country of origin, region or village, farmer or cooperative name, and harvest season, if applicable. And the brands need to ensure the ingredients have proper documentation, such as certificate of analysis, material safety data sheets, allergen statements, and organic or fair trade certification when applicable. Another suggestion for the brand is to overcome the tropical humidity barrier in Malaysia. Malaysia is a hot and humid tropical climate country, with high average outdoor temperature of 30.7 until 31.3 degrees Celsius, average humidity of 75% until 95% throughout the day. Malaysians will have a skin that is prone to oily, sunburn, sweating, and when they wear makeup, their makeup will not long last due to the temperature and humidity. Their hair will also prone to oily and frizzy. This brand may opt for Malaysian OEM, original equipment manufacturer, to produce a product that better suit a Malaysian due to Malaysian OEM specialize in developing formula for tropical regions and Asian skin types. Malaysian OEM also fast product registration, provide JAKIM Halal certification, and excellent materials at affordable prices with good manufacturing process requirement compliance. OEM also combine technical expertise with a deep understanding of the local and regional market.
In conclusion, an early investigation into the clean beauty trend among millennials consumers in Malaysia can be performed using a sequential mixed method approach. In the first phase, qualitative interviews help us to understand millennials' perception, followed by a quantitative survey to access the key factors influencing their purchasing and usage behaviors. Since the clean beauty adoption among Malaysian millennials is influenced by various factors such as affordability and value, local beauty norm, ingredients transparency, as well as halal and ethical considerations, meaning that in Malaysia, the clean beauty trend is closely linked to the product safety, cultural values, and suitability to the local climate, which may make the trend different from other countries. Finally, this study design provides a structured framework for conducting early research and offers practical recommendations for brands and marketers. It serves as a useful methodological reference for future study on the clean beauty consumption in Malaysia. That's all from Group C. Thank you.